Buenas noches.
Buenas noches, profesora.
Quería comentarle que mi PPT de hoy no tiene el sello de aprobado porque me mandaron el equivocado, entonces voy a utilizar el que tengo acá.
Está bien, profesora. Buenas noches, bienvenidos para un buen desarrollo de esta sesión. Le pedimos seguir las siguientes recomendaciones. Algunos parámetros de la sesión por videoconferencia, las sesiones se graban, pueden verlas nuevamente en la plataforma virtual. Le solicitamos que por favor silencie su micrófono y pueda activarlo cuando quiera hacer una consulta, aporte con el permiso del docente. Le pedimos Le pedimos que mantenga su cámara activa. De no poder hacerlo, enviar su excusa por el chat de Zoom. De lo contrario, será retirado de la sesión y le serán restados puntos de la heteroevaluación del docente. Mi rol como moderador es facilitar y apoyar en la parte técnica, consultas por el chat personal o general. Les exhorto a tener bolígrafo y papel para hacer sus anotaciones y aprovechar al máximo esta sesión. Esta sesión tiene el tiempo de duración de 60 minutos. Sería la clase de inglés, expresión oral y principios de oratoria con la profesora Aylin Santana, clase número 4. Sin más nada que decir, profesora.
Le comparto. Hello, students, and welcome to this class. Today we have to work with the model number 4, reading number 1. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do every single day is say thank you for everything that you have and everything that you propose in your life. Okay? So remember that the last class was about the different or the 8 barriers that we have to confront at the moment or the moment that you want to share some information or that you want to transmit something. Okay, so you have to take this in mind to reinforce this information and try to find the best way to support this. Okay. So today we have to work, or we have to start with the reading number 1. It's about an introduction to the public speaking. And public speaking is one of the most feared things for many people. In fact, some public surveys show fear of public speaking as higher than fear of death. It is a process that involves trust and time. We're taking into account instructions and other good results can be achieved in its development. Okay, so with this information, let me share with you our first video. Okay, so wait me some seconds.
Most presentations have an intro, body, and conclusion. But if you don't get your introduction right, they're not going to listen to the rest. We're going to talk about the 4 components that your introduction has got to have. My name is Alex Lyon, and I'm here to provide professional development tips to help you increase your impact and take your teams to new levels of excellence. One of the ways you can do that is through better presentation skills. When people look at you present and you do it well, they're going to say, that person's a great leader. So it's important that you work on this. Every introduction has got to do about 4 things in order to really grab people's attention and get them to listen. And I haven't created these 4 items, but I have coached enough people over the years and done enough presentations myself to feel confident that I can pass them on to you. The first step is the attention getter. You have to do something in the very opening moments of your presentation to get people interested in what you're about to say. I have a whole separate video on great ways to open presentations that you can look at after this video. And so I'm not going to go into all the details, but one of the ways is an illustration, for example. And I saw a speaker live and in person, a well-known speaker named Charlie Plum, who is a former prisoner of war from Vietnam. And he begins his presentation by pacing across the square on the stage, and those dimensions of the square are the same dimensions of his prison cell in Vietnam. His attention getter only lasts for about a half a minute, but boy, is it a way to draw us into that moment and to make us care about the rest of what he's going to talk about. So the first step is an attention getter. The second step is to tell your audience what their benefit is from listening. You forecast what they're going to come away with at the end of it. You have to tell people directly what's in it for them. Otherwise, they might not care. They might wonder, why do I care? What's in it for me? And they don't ask that in a selfish way. Anytime we're listening to a presentation, we want to know how we can benefit. We want to know what we're supposed to pay attention to. And so you want to tell them directly. Let's say you're talking about retirement planning. A lot of people are worried about retirement. You might say, by the end of this presentation, you're going to come away with a concrete action plan that you can put into place immediately to ensure a financially secure retirement. Okay, well, if you're telling me at the end of this 10 or 15 minutes that I'm going to come away with a concrete plan that I can move forward on, now you've got my attention. So the second step is to tell your audience directly what's in it for them. The third step is to say your main point explicitly. This is called a thesis statement in some circles. And it's where you tell people exactly the central theme of what you're about to say. Sometimes people think they shouldn't do this and like, oh, I shouldn't tell them directly what I'm going to say. That seems so obvious. But I don't think this is something you should leave to chance. If you want people to walk away remembering your main point, then I think you should say your main point in the introduction very clearly as the number 3 item in your introduction. Once you've done that in about 1 sentence, really cleanly, give them a very brief preview in the 4th element of what is to come. This is a roadmap. It's where you basically say, here are the 2 or 3 items I'm going to cover. I think you should keep this as concise as possible, 1 little sentence. So I've seen people give long, extended roadmaps and previews of what's about to come, and it sounds like they're already into their presentation. You got to keep it nice and concise. Let's say you're going to talk about the difficulties of retirement. You might say something as short as this. We're going to talk about some of the difficulties that people face in retirement and what you can do about it. That's very brief. And you tell people what's coming. They have a schema for how to listen to the rest of the presentation, but they don't feel overwhelmed and as if you already gave all the details. In my experience, if you do these 4 things, attention getter, tell them what's in it for them, give your thesis, give a brief, concise roadmap of points to come, people will be very interested in listening to the rest of the presentation. The reason I created Communication Coach, this channel, is to help rising leaders like yourself take your game to the next level. Presentation skills are one of the key ways that you can do that. A good presenter will be seen as a good leader. So if you're interested in ongoing tips about this, then please subscribe to the channel, tune in, make some comments, post some questions below, and let's start a dialogue. So thanks, God bless, and I hope you get to use the tips in this video at your very next opportunity.
Okay. The public speaking, remember that is an essential skill that involve effectively communicating ideas, thoughts, and messages to an audience. So it is valuable tool for personal and professional growth as it helps individuals to express themselves clearly, persuade others, and build confidence. A typical introduction to public speaking um, covers the basics of speech preparation, including the topic selection, research, outlining, and rehearsal techniques. It's also addressed the importance of understanding the audience, adapting the message to their needs and interests, and using appropriate language and the deliver techniques to engage eh, and connect with them. Additional an introduction to public speaking may cover strategies for managing anxiety, using visual aids effectively, and handling questions and feedback from the audience. So by mastering these fundamental elements of public speaking, individuals can become more effective communicators in various settings, from classrooms and workplace to community events and beyond. Um, so we have to start with the different types or the four type of speech delivery. Okay. So first of all, the four type of speech delivery, like manuscript, memorized, impromptu, and extemporaneous, offer distinct approaches to presenting information to an audience. The manuscript delivered in full reading and rewriting speech with time or verbatim, ensuring accurate spot, potentially lacking engagement. In the case of the memorized, the delivery required a speaker to recite the entire pitch from memory, allowing for better eye contact but risking sound or sounding rehearsed. In the case of the impromptus, the delivery is spontaneous with a little or no preparation and requiring quick thinking and organizational skills. And the last one, extemporaneous um, delivery, the most recommended approach, balance through preparation with conversational delivery style, using notes or an outline as a guide. And this method always for flexibility, audience interaction, adaptability while maintaining the structure and clarity. So the choice of delivery type depends on factors, okay, such as the purpose of the speech, the speaker's experience, the audience expectations, and the available preparation time. Okay, so to develop in a better way, in the case of the extemporaneous, this one, the readings say that are speeches that are carefully prepared and practiced by the speaker before the actual speaking time. In this case, it's a style of delivery that balance through the preparation with a natural conversational presentation. In this method, the speaker organizes their thoughts and main points in the balance or in advance. So often using outlines or notes or guides, but those not memorize entire speech word for word. Instead, they focus on internalizing the key ideas and the structure of the speech, allowing for flexibility in the exit, wording, and phrasing during the speech, okay, or during the delivery. So this approach enables the speaker to maintain eye contact, um, engage with the audience, and adapt their message based on the audience reaction and feedback. So in extemporaneous delivery is highly recommended um, because it combines the benefits of clear organization and preparation with the authenticity and spontaneity for or of more natural speaking style. It does allow the speaker to convey their message effectively while remaining responsive to the audience and the speaking environment to excellence temporaneous speakings. Speakers should invest time in researching, organizing, and practicing their speech, focusing on the key transition and main points, rather than scripting every word. In the case of the impromptus, are speech that are delivered without notes or plan and without any formal presentation, and they are very spontaneously delivered. Okay, so in this case, we have to highlight that that this speech is a type of delivery that involves speaking with little or no preparation time. Okay, so in this style, the speaker is given a topic or a prompt and must quickly organize their thoughts and deliver a coherent message without the benefit of extensive research or planning. Impromptu speaking situations can arise in various settings, such as during meetings, interviews, or social gathering, when individuals call open to share their thoughts or opinions unexpectedly. Okay, so to be effective in the case of the impromptu speech, one must possess a strong critical thinking skills, the ability to organize ideas quickly, and passes the confidence to the speak clearly or to speak clearly and persuasively under the pressure. So we have to include the strategies for successful impromptu speaking included using a clear structure like a introduction, main points, and the conclusion, and drawing up in personal experience and knowledge, and using transitional phrases to maintain a logical flow of ideas. And while impromptu speaking can be challenging and it is an essential skill that will help individuals to think of their feet and communicate effectively and demonstrate their ability to adapt and respond to unexpected situations. In the case of the manuscript, that are the speeches that are delivered with a script of the exact words to be used, in this case, remember that the manuscript speech is a type of delivery where the speaker reads their speech burden from a pre-written script. This style involves crafting the entire speech in advance, including the exact wording, phrasing, and transitions. And the speaker then reads the manuscript word for word during the presentation. Um, um, so they need to make this to ensure that the content is delivered precisely and as intent. So the delivery is often used in formal or high stake situations, such as political addresses, academic lectures, or legal proceedings. So where the accuracy and clarity of the message are paramount, and the main advantage of this approach is that it allows for carefully structured and well-crafted content and minimizing the risks of errors or omissions. So, however, manuscript delivery can also have drawbacks such as reduced eye contact, limit audience engagement, and the potential lack of spontaneity or naturalness in the speaker's delivery. So, to mitigate these challenges, the speaker using the manuscript delivery should be or should practice their speech extensively, focusing on maintaining appropriate pacing, intonation, and eye contact to create a more engaging and dynamic presentation. In the case of the memorize, that are speech that commit to memory, and the speaker completely memorize the text of a speech and then delivering a speech from memory without reliance on notes or an outline. So in this case, these styles require the speaker to internalize every word, phrase, and transition, allowing them to deliver the speech seamlessly and without the interruption. So the memorized delivery can be effective in creating a polished and well-rehearsed presentation, as the speaker can focus on their delivery techniques such as vocal inflection, the gestures, the eye contact, rather than reading from a script. So this approach is often used in performances such as uh, theatrical monologues or poetry recitations, and where the speaker aims to create a powerful emotional impact or command a specific tone or mood. So memorized speech can also have limitations, such as the risk of forgetting lines or sounding overly rehearsed or robotic, and lacking the flexibility to adapt to audience reactions or unexpected situations. And to be successful with memorized delivery, so the speaker must devote significant time um, and effort to practice and internalizing the speech. So I also working on maintaining a natural and engaging delivery style that connects with the audience. Okay. Um, Now we have to talk about the vocal aspect of a speech delivery. So in this case, the vocal aspect of a speech delivery refers to how a speaker use their voices to effectively communicate message. So this include elements such as pitch, tone, volume, pace, and emphasis. So by varying these aspects, a speaker can convey different emotions, emphasize the key points, and engage the audience. So for example, using a higher pitcher or a faster piece can convey excitement or enthusiasm, while a lower pitch and a slower pace can create a sense of seriousness or importance. Additional, varying volume and emphasis can help to highlight the key ideas and hold the audience attention. So overall, mastering the vocal aspect of a speech delivery is essential for delivering a compelling and impactful message. In the case of the pitch, um, in this context refers to the height and loads of the speaker's voice, which can convey different emotions, emphasize key points, and engage the audience. It is essential aspect of vocal delivery that can significantly impact the effectiveness of speaker pitch can range from low and deep to high and shrill. And varying the pitch through the speech can help to maintain the audience interest and attention. In this case, the effective use of the pitch involves understanding how to use it to enhance the meaning and impact of the message. Okay, so monotonous pitch, on the other hand, can make speech sound dull and unengaging. So the master they use, or to the master, the use of pitch in public speaking, speakers should practice varying their pitch intentionally, matching it to the content and purpose of their message. So they should also be mindful of their natural pitch range and work within it to create a comfortable and authentic delivery style. So now we have to continue with the rate. The rate. That is when a delivering speech. And a common problem in nervous public speaking is speaking too quickly or feeling like you're rushing through speech with can lead to a cotton mouth feeling. So in this case, uh, in this context of public speaking, you can reverse the rate to the speed at which a speaker deliver their message. So it is important aspect of vocal delivery can significantly impact the clarity, comprehension, and effectiveness of the speech. Um, in this case, the speaker's rate can range from slow and measured to fast and rapid fire. And the appropriate rate depends on various factors such as the complexity of content, the audience familiarity with the topic, and the speaker's natural speaking style. And speaking too slowly may cause the audience to lose interest or become disengaged. And while speaking too quickly, it can make it difficult for the audience to follow. Um, and absorb the key points. Effective use rate involving finding and balance that allow the speaker to convey their message clarity and effectively while maintaining audience engagement. So this may involve varying the rate through the speech, allowing down for impact or complex ideas and speeding up for more straightforward or familiar pacing or points. So to master the use of the rate in public speaking, the speaker should practice it of their audience and the nature of the message or the information. Okay, so now we have to continue with the pauses. The pauses. Okay, so these elements are crucial, are really important of effective public speaking that involve brief moment of silence during the delivery of a speech. And this intentional breaks as speaking serve multiple purposes, such as allowing the audience to process or reflect information present, um, emphasize the key point, and creating a sense of participate or anticipation, and um, or drama. So in this case, you can also help the speaker to gather their thoughts or regulate their breathing and maintaining comfortable pace. So when you use it strategically, pauses can be powerful tool for enhance the impact and clarity of a message. Okay, so pauses can also use to signal the transitions between different sections of a speech, allowing the audience to follow the logical progression of ideas. However, it is essential to pause judiciously, as too many or too few it can disrupt the flow of the speech and detract from its effectiveness. And to master use of pauses in public speaking, speakers should practice incorporating them and intentionally paying attention um, to the rhythm and the cadence of their delivery and using pauses to create a natural and engaging speaking style. In the case of the volume, in the context of public speakings, you can refer to the loudness or softness of speaker voice. So it is important aspect of vocal delivery that can significantly impact the effectiveness and clarity of a speech. So the appropriate volume ensures that the audience can hear the speaker clearly and comfortable. So while also convey emotions and importance of the message. The speaking too softly may cause the audience to strain, to hear, or to lose interest. So while speaking too loudly can be overwhelming or off-putting audience, and the use of the nature or the nature of the message. In this case, the speaker should aim to speak at a volume that is in audible and clear through the entire room. So without sounding forced or unnatural, varying volume strategy can also be a powerful tool for emphasizing the key points or creating contrast and engaging the audience. So to master the use of the volume in public speaking, the speakers should practice projecting their voices, paying attention to their breathing and postures, and adapting their volume to the needs of their audience and the setting. Okay? And the next one, it's about the enunciation. Enunciation. Mhm. Okay, so in this case, this statement is related to the context of public speaking. And you can refer to this the clarity and distinctiveness with which a speaker pronounce words and phrases. It is a critical aspect of vocal delivery that ensures the audience can understand the articulating each syllable and it sound clearly without a multiple or mumbling, slurring, or rushing through the words. So This statement required the speaker to use their mouth, lips, and tongue deliberately to shape sounds and create crisp and clear speech. So, good enunciation is particularly important when introducing new or technical terms, presenting complex ideas, or speaking to a diverse audience. It helps to minimize misunderstandings and ensure that the message is conveyed effectively. And the speakers should also be mindful of rationalizations or of speech patterns that may affect their enunciation. Okay, and the word maintain clarity and intelligibility. So to improve the enunciation, the speaker can practice tongue twists or focus on pronouncing endings of words clearly and record themselves to identify areas for improvement. So, by mastering the skill of communication, public speakers can enhance the impact and accessibility of their message, ensuring that their audience can follow the engage with the content being presented. The case of the fluency, um, in this context, you can refer to the smooth, okay, continuous flow of speech without excessive hesitations, pauses, or filler words. So it is essential aspect of effective communication that demonstrate the speaker's command over their thoughts and the language they are using. So in this case, the fluent speaker are able to convey their message in a clear, concise, and easily understandable manner, maintaining a steady pace and natural rhythm. So the fluency is often associated with confidence, expertise, and preparation assist. Suggests that the speaker has a deep understanding of their topic and has practiced their delivery. So achieving the fluency requires a combination of mental, physical skills such as organizing thoughts, logical, or using transition effectively and maintaining proper breath control. So the speaker should aim to minimize the use of filler words like and embrace intentional pauses to gather their thoughts or emphasize the key points. So practicing regularly, seeking feedback, and engaging in active listening can uh, help the speaker to develop and maintain fluency. By mastering the skill of fluency, public speakers can enhance the impact on the content being or focuses. Okay, so we have to continue with the bodily aspect of speech delivery. And in this case of also known, or we also known as a nonverbal communication or a body language, and play an important role that you know. Okay, so it is essential to use the nonverbal communication purposefully and natural, as excessive or a mismatched body language can be distracting or undermine the speaker's credibility. So to master the bodily aspect of a speech delivery, speakers should practice in front of mirror, record themselves delivery. Speakers should practice in front of the mirror and recording and paying attention to their facial expressions, the gestures, and the overall body language. Okay, in the case of the gestures, are nonverbal cues that can communicate emotions, intentions, and information without the use of words. The people use gestures to express themselves and convey a message and connect with others, form a friendly wave. So to thumbs and understanding and using appropriate gesture, you can help to individuals effectively communicate and bridge cultural and language barriers. Additionally, the gesture can add depth and emotional to verbal communication, providing context and emphasis to the spoken word. So overall, gesture played an important role in human interaction and can greatly enhance the way we communicate with one another. In the case of the facial expressions, Um, the muscles in the face can create a wide range of expressions such as smiling, frowning, and raised eyebrows, each of which can communicate different feelings like happiness, sadness, surprise, or anger. So these expressions are often textual, and can be difficult to control, making them a powerful indicator of our true interactions or emotions. Additional, the facial expression have an important role uh, in the social interactions, so helping us to emphasize with others and understand their feeling without the need for words. So studies have shown that the ability to interpret facial expression accurate is linked to emotional intelligence. Okay. To the social skills and overall communication effectiveness. So overall facial expressions are universal and powerful tool for connecting with others and expressing our emotions. Now we have to continue with the eye contact. Okay, so in this case, remember that it's a powerful form of nonverbal communication that conveys a range of emotions and intentions. So it can establish a connection between individuals, convey trust and confidence, show interest or disinterest, or and even assert dominance or submission. Maintaining the eye contact during the conversation can help to establish a reporting create a sense of understanding and mutual respect. Okay, so prolonged eye contact can also be perceived as confrontational or aggressive in some situations. In this case, the overall eye contact have an important role in human interaction and can greatly influence the dynamics in a conversation. Next one, it's about mm, 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 the movement. So in this case, remember that the movement are actions or activities performed by individuals or group that involve physical or mental exertion. Okay, so this movement can range from simple gesture like waving to complex activities like dancing or playing sports. So the perform daily tasks, exercise, and functions. And in this case, the movement can also be used as a form of expression, communication, or art overall. Okay, so movement have an important role in our lives and help us investigate and interact with the world around us. Next tip, writing outline the information organizational parents. Okay, so when you write an outline for an important piece, it is important to consider the different organizational patterns that can be used to effectively present your information. Common informative organizational patterns include a chronological order is used to present information in order in which location is arrangement in the order of the important prioritized information on significance while cause and effect shows a relationship events or ideas by carefully setting and using the appropriate organizational part in your outline. So you can structure your information in a logical and coherent manner that enhances clarity and understanding for the readers. The body. So, the body of your outline will consist of the informative or organizational patterns that you have chosen to present your information in a clear and a logical manner. And this pattern can include chronological order, spatial order, cause and effects, effects resolution or problem solution, or compare and contrast and each pattern. Okay, will help you to structure your name points and supporting details only for a smooth flow of information and ensuring that that your audience can easily follow along. So by using the organizational patterns effectively in your outline, you convey your information to your readers. And the last one, talk about the where to research. Where to research. Okay. So, when researching for outline, it is important to consider the informative or organizational patterns that will best suit your topic. So these patterns include the chronological, the spatial cause and effects, the problem solution, and tropical. So each of these patterns can help you structure your outline in a clear and a logical way and make it easier for you to present your information effectively. Okay, so two journals or to conduct your research can use the various sources such as academic journals, a book, reputable websites, and interviews with expert in the field. By using these sources, you can get a wealth of information that will help you to develop comprehensive and well-organized outline for your writing project. Okay, so now with this information, you know that you have to solve a set of questions to relate this information with or the reading with the previous questions. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the the questions that you have to solve it. Okay, wait me some seconds. Okay, now we have to solve this question. Question number one. What is public speaking? So remember that the public speaking is the act of delivering a speech or presentation to a live audience in a clear and engaging manner. Number two, why is public speaking important? Okay, so the public speaking is an important skill that is necessary for various aspects of life, including career advancement, academic success, and personal development. And it allows the individual to effectively communicate their ideas, persuade others, and build confidence. Number three, how can someone improve their public speaking skills? One can improve their public speaking skills by practicing regularly, seek feedback from others, and studying successful speaker and participating in public speaking courses or workshops. So it is also helpful to work or controlling nerves, mastering techniques such as voice projection and body language, and organizing speech content effectively. Number four, what are some common fears or challenges people face when it comes to public speaking? So common fears and challenges in public speaking include strategies fright, fear of forgiveness or forgetting lines, and fear of being judged or criticized, and difficulty in maintaining audience engagement. So overcoming these fears and challenges require practice, preparation, and confidence building strategies. Number five, how can someone effectively engage and connect with their audience during a speech? So to effectively speak or engage and connect with the audience, speakers should make eye contact, use of storytelling, and personal anecdotes, ask questions, vary their tone and pacing, and incorporate interactive elements such as group activities or Q&A sessions. So it is also important to research and understanding the audience interest and needs to tailor the speech accordingly. Number six, what is the manuscript delivery method? So the manuscript delivery method involves speaking from a prepared text word for word. Number seven, How does extemporaneous deliveries method differ from the impromptu method? So in this case, the delivery or the extemporaneous delivery method involves speaking with note or an outline, while the impromptu methods involve the speaking without the preparation. And the last one, um, what is the memorized delivery method? So in this case, the memorized delivery method involves memorizing the speech word for word and delivering it without the use of notes. Okay.
Muchas gracias, profesora, por la clase. Muchas gracias, estudiantes. Con permiso de la docente, se da por finalizada. Pasen excelente noche.
Okay.